So we have seen inductance. So what is self-inductance? Consider a long thin solenoid that consists of n loops A and length L. So where is wound on solenoid and current is flowing to where? So magnetic flux will produce. As magnetic flux will produce, so due to alternating current, therefore induced EMF will happen. Due to induced EMF will create, as induced EMF will create, so we can say there is a self-inductance. So we can write L is equal to mu naught n square A by L. That is a definition. Previous videos in we have seen that L is equal to n square by reluctance or mu n square A by L. Now the problem is that a coil has 1500 turns. A current of 4 ampere causes a flux of 8 milliweber. To link the coil, find the self-inductance of the coil. So L is equal to N phi by I, that is the definition, or in you can write that phi is given, I is equal to 4 ampere, N is 500, so you can find. Is that calculate the value of induced in the circuit have inductance of 700 if the current flowing through it varies at rate of. So inductance is given now 700 into 10 to the power minus 6 Henry. Now what is the rate of current di by dt? That is equal to 5000 ampere per second. So magnitude of induced EMF, you know, E is equal to L di by dt. So put it here. So you can find out 3.5 volt. I have already discussed about solenoid, so I am not going through this. This flux density you can find out this for this toroidal core using Ampere's law. So already I have shown you Ampere's law, and here you can see that B is equal to, we can write phi into A. Now area we can write that also we can write H into Ni, P is equal to mu H. So H is equal to Ni by L. So we can write B is equal to mu H. H is equal to Ni by L. Now what is L? L is the circumference of the circle. So the R is the radius, so we can take 2 pi R. Now which radius we are taking? We are taking the mean length path of this magnetic core, right? So from here we can write that mu Ni is equal to 2 pi R into B. Now 2 pi R is equal to LB. So mu Ni is equal to MMF, that is equal to Ni LB by mu. So phi by A, L by mu, that is the ampere turns. Now the question is that a toroid has air core and has a cross section area of 10 millimeter square. It has 1000 turns and its mean radius is 10 millimeter. Find its inductance. So inductance L is equal to mu n square A, but here L is now 2 pi R. This is because this toroid has mean length is 2 pi R. So this radius is given, and I can say mean radius. This is the mean radius. So this is given 10 millimeter. So we can put it here 10 millimeter here. So mu is equal to 4 pi. This is the AR core. So we can write mu is equal to mu naught 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Henry per meter. N is 1000 is given. A is 10 millimeter square is given. This one. And R is 10 millimeter. So convert it all in meter and find out what is L. The same thing, just here A, you have just changed the L, mu n square A by L, and everything is given. So you can put it and you can find out. Next is a solenoid has 400 turns with a length 2 meter and it has circular cross section of 0.1 meter square. Find its inductance. The same problem, so you can write mu naught n square A by L. So here it is given mu naught, here code. Solenoid it is not given, 400 turns, cross section 2 meter. The data is not sufficient, but we can consider here that is the ER core. Solenoid it is not mentioned, so just solenoid we are taking, this type of solenoid we are taking. So this is the ER core, so we can take mu naught is equal to 4.7 Henry per meter and N is given 400. Now A is given 0.1 meters. This is not, you would just write it here A. S is, as we mentioned already, S is reluctance, so you mention here A, just change it. And L is equal to 2 meter, it is given. Now find out L. So this is 10 Henry. So already I mentioned it, so I'm not going through this. Mutual inductance. What is mutual inductance? So if I'll see here that you are taking one solenoid and it is connected to a supply, or you can say that this is a one core material or was a core and this is connected to a supply. So what will happen? Suppose I am giving a alternating current, alternating voltage, supply is alternating voltage. So I am giving due to this alternating voltage, alternating current is flowing through this path. So if there is a alternating current flowing through this coil, that means it will produce a alternating flux, because there is a rate of change of current will produce the rate of change of flux. So now this flux is phi 11. Okay. And another coil is placed near to this coil. This is a coil. So this coil is now placed near to this coil, and due to this small distance, this sum of the flux which is produced due to this current flowing through this path, the flux is produced, and this flux, some amount of this flux is connected to this coil, and this is phi 12. Now phi 12 is equal to K01 phi 11. I am considering this. Similarly, if I place here this coil and it is connected to a alternating supply, this will produce a flux phi 22. And if I place this coil here, then this amount of flux, this means phi 22, the part of this flux will connect connect to this coil. So due to this connection of this, due to this part of this flux is flowing through this coil, another induced EMF will produced, because this is the alternating flux. Now we'll see the equation. So consider two coil having N1 and N2 number of turns, N1 turns and N2 turns, placed near each other, shown in figure 1. Suppose this figure we are taking and these two are placed with each other. Now consider that current I1 is flowing and this is the alternating current, changing current through this N1 coil. So due to this I1 and N1, you know that Ni means magnetomotive force, and magnetomotive force will produce a flux phi, and this flux phi is equal to phi 1 of this coil 1. Now since coil 2 is placed near this coil 1, so part of this flux will flow through this coil, or you can say this part of the flux will link with this coil. So this part, suppose I am taking that the linked part is equal to phi 2 and that is equal to K1 phi 1, and K1 is now less equal 1. If magnetic coupling, this is known as magnetic coupling, if this magnetic coupling between two coils is very tight or very good, you can say, then we can say K is equal to 1. Now, suppose this, due to this flux linked with this coil, that means K1 phi 1 flux is linked with this coil N2, therefore induced EMF E2 is produced. So we can write E2 is equal to N2 d phi 2 by dt, where phi 2 is equal to K1 phi 1. Now put it here, so we can write N2 K1 d phi 1 by dt. Now what is phi 1? Phi 1 means MMF by reluctance. So MMF is N1I1 and reluctance of this path is L1 by mu into A1. If it is a air core, then mu is equal to mu naught, right? So we can put it here N1 mu A1 I1 by L1. This is equal to phi 1. Now, so this phi, we can K1 d by dt. Solve this problem and show this. Put it here phi 1, so we can write N1 mu A1 I1 by L1. Now, if I'll take this outside, then I can write K1 N1 into mu 1 by L1 di1 by dt. Now, this part has a M. So, E2 is equal to M di1 by dt. Now, what is E2? E2 is the induced EMF of this coil 2. And why it is induced? Because of the part of this coil, flux of this coil is linked with this second coil. Now what is M? M is equal to K1 N1 N2, both the turns of this coil. K1 is the constant term, that means the part of this flux, we can take it here, K1 phi 1 coefficients. Right? So mu is the permeability, A1 area of this magnetic path, and L1 is the length of this magnetic path, and this is the mutual inductance of the two coils. Now if I calculate the induced EMF in coil 1 due to the change in current in coil 2, suppose I am giving supply here now, and due to this supply, due to this number of turns and current, the magnetomotive force is produced, and due to this MMF, the flux is produced, and the part of the flux is now linked with this coil 1. Okay. So what will happen? Just this one here I have given supply, and I2 is flowing through this N2I2. Due to this N2I2, phi 2 is produced, and this some phi 2, the part of this flux phi 2 is linked with this coil. So I am taking here. So the same way, if I will find it out, we can see that induced EMF E1 is equal to K2. We have taken K2 phi 2. So now phi 2 is equal to nothing but we can write in this way that phi 2 is equal to MF by reluctance, where phi 2 is equal to N2I2 by L2 by mu A2. So here we can write K2 N1 N2 mu A2 by L2. See, di2 by dt. Now what is M now? K2 N1 N2 mu A2 by L2. Now if I will multiply these both M, then I can find out M square is equal to K1 K2 N1 into whole square, that means n1 square n2 square mu square a1 a2 by l1 l2. Now just keep it outside k1 k2 and take mu n1 square a1 by l1 mu n2 square a2 by l2. So what I am getting, mu n1 n square a by l means inductance. So inductance of coil 1, inductance of coil 2. So we can write m square is equal to k1 k2 l1 l2. So therefore we can write m is equal to root over of k1 k2 root over l1 l2. So we can take a constant, this is a constant part, so we can take k is equal to root over l1 l2. Now I am not going through this again, because this part you will learn in when you will go through the transformer, and that time the concerned faculty will discuss about the mutual inductance in details and how to find out for this thing, and where how you have applied where you have applied in transformer. You can see that if I'll connect a primary winding, that means whatever high voltage or low voltage, if you connect with the source, that would be known as primary winding. And if I'll take this primary winding connected to supply, and the supply is given, suppose alternating voltage is given to this supply. So we'll see what we can see. If I will take here, suppose I'm see. You can see here that if I consider this transformer, you can see that this is a supply, so this is a primary winding, and due to this supply alternating voltage, if I'll give here, then alternating current will flow, and due to this alternating current, the flux will produce here, and this flux will flow through this magnetic path, and this flux now is connected or linked with this secondary coil. Okay, so this, due to this linking of the secondary coil, here induced EMF will produce or generated, and if there is a load is connected, then current will flow. So what is, so this transformer, the energy is transferred to a magnetic path, right? So this is known as mutual inductance. Some of the flux of this coil 1 will flow through this, and it is linked with this secondary of this coil. Okay, so this is known as mutual inductance. Now how to find out the M, that means mutual inductance for both of this coil, you have seen, and how to find out self inductance also you have seen. So there is nothing is required extra for